Unit 6. Circumlocution. The politician's speech was peppered with circumlocutions, obfuscating his true intentions and making it difficult for the audience to discern his position on the issues.
冗长
Cachet. The luxury brand's products possessed a certain cachet, an aura of exclusivity and desirability that made them highly sought after by consumers.
同意声望
Accentuate. The actor accentuated his southern accent to the point of caricature, hoping to create a more memorable and authentic character for the audience.
强调
Palmy. The company's palmy days, when it was flush with cash and success, were now but a distant memory, replaced by a period of decline and struggle.
繁荣的
Bedeck. The bride bedecked herself in a gown of white lace and pearls, adorning herself with the finest and most extravagant clothing available.
装饰点缀
Carnal. The carnal desires of the flesh, those base and primal urges that drive us to seek physical pleasure, can be a powerful and overwhelming force.
肉体的物质的世俗的
Clasp. The lovers clasped each other tightly in their arms, their bodies pressed together in a passionate embrace.
几诺
Oscillate. As the game drew to a close, the crowd's mood oscillated wildly, like a pendulum swinging between a frenzy of excitement and a palpable sense of anxiety.
犹豫变化
Misapprehension. Due to a misapprehension that the suspect was armed, the police officer drew his weapon and fired. The suspect was unharmed, but the misapprehension had serious consequences.
错误的理解判断
Menial. The new employee was assigned a series of menial tasks, such as emptying trash cans and filing paperwork. These tasks were not challenging or rewarding, but they were necessary to keep the office running smoothly.
卑贱的低下的
Mutter. The disgruntled customer muttered under his breath as he left the store, muttering about the poor service he had received. His muttering was barely audible, but it conveyed his frustration nonetheless.
低声抱怨
Covetous. The covetous thief eyed the expensive necklace, his covetous gaze lingering on its sparkling diamonds. He was consumed by a desire to possess the necklace, even though he knew that stealing it would be wrong.
贪婪的渴求财富的
Dappled. The dappled sunlight danced through the leaves of the trees, creating a kaleidoscope of shadows on the ground below. The dappled light was both beautiful and mesmerizing.
有斑点的花的
Pecuniary. The pecuniary rewards of success did not appeal to her as much as the satisfaction of knowing that she had made a difference in the world. She was motivated by a higher calling than money.
金钱上的
Prowess. The warrior's prowess in battle was legendary. He was known for his skill in combat and his ability to inspire his comrades. His prowess was a valuable asset to his tribe.
英勇勇敢
Quibble. The lawyer quibbled over every detail of the contract, trying to find any way to get his client a better deal. His quibbling was tedious and time-consuming, but it was ultimately successful.
吹毛求疵
Jibe. The captain's orders did not jibe with the sailor's experience. The sailor knew that the captain's plan was risky and likely to fail. He jibbed at the orders, but the captain refused to listen.
意见一致
Histrionic. The histrionic actress hammed it up for the audience, her dramatic gestures and over-the-top emotions drawing gasps and laughter.
夸张做作的
Restive. The restless child fidgeted in his seat, his legs bouncing up and down, his fingers drumming on the table, his eyes darting around the room, unable to focus on anything for more than a few seconds at a time.
急躁的忧虑的
Nicety. The diplomat was skilled in the niceties of social etiquette, always knowing how to navigate even the most delicate situations with grace and tact. He was a master of small talk, a skilled listener, and a gifted storyteller.
准确精确
Expansive. The politician's expansive speech covered a wide range of topics, from the economy and foreign policy to education and healthcare. He spoke with passion and conviction, and his audience was captivated by his eloquence.
话多的健谈的
Impunity. The criminals acted with impunity, knowing that the police were corrupt and that they would never be brought to justice. They felt emboldened by their power and wealth, and they committed crimes with reckless abandon.
免责免受处罚
Aspersion. The politician's opponents cast aspersions on his character, accusing him of corruption, dishonesty, and incompetence. They tried to damage his reputation and prevent him from winning the election.
诽谤、重伤。
Mulish. The mulish mule refused to budge, even when I pulled on the reins with all my strength. It stood there stubbornly, its ears pinned back and its eyes rolling in anger.
固执的。
Dread. The prisoner dreaded the day of his execution, knowing that his life was about to come to an end. He spent his days in solitary confinement, his mind racing with thoughts of his past and his future.
恐惧。
You did great. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs.